Hola! So I've decided that I'll do a video diary every week. So I've just arrived to Guatemala 1 week ago, last Wednesday, so today is Thursday. I've been here now 6 days, well, 6.5 days. It's nearly 11:30, something like that, in the afternoon. Everybody at school, all the other people are at school. But yeah, so I was living in London, and the day I was leaving, so last week Tuesday evening was my flight around 10:30. Well, already before my flight I was like a bit stressed packing and trying to organize things because I had to pack everything into boxes, and it wasn't easy for me to do that. And it was snowing, so London was really cold, and it's quite rare to snow in London, and on the day I was leaving it was actually snowing a lot, so it was quite funny to leave on that day. But yeah, so my friend picked me up, took me to Heathrow Airport, got there quite early because I was meeting up with another friend, had a drink there, saying my goodbyes, and got on a plane. So long flight. It was about 12 hours to Mexico City, and then I had to change there to get another plane. I had to wait around there for about 2 to 3 hours, and then I took a small plane to Guatemala City. So what I arranged was originally arranged a school, actually Spanish school in Antigua, but they didn't get back to me which family I'll be staying with, so I found that a bit uncertain in terms of that I didn't have the address. So last minute, literally the day before I was flying, I booked Airbnb. And I found a good deal, I thought, in Antigua, thinking it was in Antigua. So I booked it, printed out, emailed the host as well, and I said, could you please recommend the easiest and the safest way to travel from Guatemala City to Antigua? And she just said, I got the message as I got to Mexico City. She was like, I can send my friend to pick you up. Because she's at work herself, so she can't be there to give me the keys. So I was like, okay, that sounds good. And she was like, yeah, my friend is gonna wait for you with a sign with my name. And I was like, okay, cool. And on Monday I cancelled my pickup from the school because originally I arranged the school to pick me up and take me to the family. So I was like, I'm not staying with the family for the first week, but I'll definitely want to do that the week after. But I still want to take the Spanish classes. Anyways, I get to the airport in Guatemala City, thinking that the person who's picking me up is the friend of the lady who I booked my accommodation with Airbnb. And so I get in the car. There's another girl. I was thinking, there's another girl. So anyways, we got talking. It was an American girl, and she was also going to learn Spanish. So I was like, which school do you go to? And so I was just going to the same school as me. And then I started thinking, I was like, oh my god, maybe this shuttle bus is actually the one from school. So I asked the guy, are you taking me to this address? I gave him the address of the Airbnb, and he goes, but this is in Guatemala City. I was like, what? It was big confusion. Anyway, so what happened was that the other guy, didn't even see him. I don't know if he was there. I only see him with my name on it. So I went obviously with this guy, thinking that was the guy. And the lady from Airbnb, she never said that she's not in Antigua. She never even said that. So it came out that she's actually based in Guatemala City, and I was like, I don't need to stay in Guatemala City. Anyways, it was this big confusion, so I was like, I'm gonna have to cancel my reservation because I don't need to stay in Guatemala City. And at that time we were already on our way to Antigua, and the guy was going to charge me for the ride anyways. So I was quite annoyed that the school didn't actually cancel my pickup, because it's actually more expensive to arrange school to pick up than to arrange your own shuttle bus and share with others. It's like 3 times more. Anyways, and then so basically I got to Antigua with this girl. The driver took us to the school. I arrived at the school and I'm like, have you got anything have you got a family I can stay with, because I've got no accommodation. Anyways, they knew the story because the driver called them. So the guy said to me that he can see if he can find me a family, and luckily he did. And he was like, oh, the family can come and pick you up. So a lady came and picked me up and took me to where I am now, and that was really lucky. So the guy at school, Julia, he was like, there was someone else supposed to stay here, but he will find something else for the other person. It's very relaxed here. There is no set rules, you know. Anyways, the house is really nice. I'll probably take you around after. It's more like a student house rather than a family house, because the lady doesn't really live here, so they have a house somewhere nearby, I assume. And there's a lady who cooks and cleans for us. So there is 4 rooms for students. So I have the smallest room, so I have the single room, which is en suite, which is quite nice. But then there is so it's 2 floors. So ground floor you have like the whole hallway, then you have another double room en suite where there is a Polish girl. She's been here, what, about 5 weeks or something like that, or more even, studying Spanish full time, like 5 hours, about 5 hours in the mornings, Monday to Friday. And then upstairs there is 3 rooms. So it's my room, it's just by the terrace, and there's other 2 rooms. So one is a twin and one is a double. So when I arrived here, there was a couple from the United States. So I was with them for 2 days, because they left on Friday morning, and they were only here for a week or 2 or something like that. And then the Irish guy was left on Sunday. So yeah, really nice people. So as I arrived, it was lunchtime, because around 12:30 they serve lunch. So they have set times for food. So breakfast is at 7:15, lunch is at 12:30, and dinner is at 6:45. Yeah, so we all had lunch together, which was really nice. So got to know the other people in the house as well. And then after, I was quite tired, because it was such a long flight, even though I did manage to sleep quite a bit on my way from London to Mexico City, but I was feeling slightly tired, but not tired enough to go to bed. So I kind of changed my clothes to something warmer. It's really quite hot here, so a massive change from snowing to the hotness. And then I went and walked around the town, just to kind of get my head around where I am and what's nearby, and walked around for a few hours. Discovered a little bit of Antigua. Yeah, it was nice. So what did I do on the first day? I was looking for an adapter, because I realized that my adapter wasn't suitable, so I had to find a shop, and found one for UK. And then I got mangoes, which I love. It's only 5 quetzales, which is like, what, 50 pence for a bag of sliced mangoes. That was really nice. And then yeah, came back for dinner. Food has been really nice generally, quite healthy. I've requested vegetarian meals. I'm just thinking it's probably better to do that. I'm not interested in meat anyways that much. What else? So yeah, and the next day I started school. So I went to school at 8. And then they had a teacher coming to pick me up, and then we all walked to the gardens, which is about 10 minutes from the office. And the garden is so beautiful. It's all green. They've got like big banana trees, all sorts of flowers. It's quite a big area. It's really, really nice. It's a lot of students. Someone said it's about 75 students in school. I don't think they're all there at the same time, but everybody has one-to-one lessons. So you have a teacher normally for your whole stay, unless you don't like it and you can request a different teacher. But my teacher is really nice. I feel sorry for her, because I'm a complete beginner, so she needs to be so patient, because I'm literally like a 3-year-old learning from scratch. I've never had any Spanish lessons in my entire life. But yeah, it's quite harder than I thought. But I guess, you know, I've only been here for a week, so it takes a bit of time to pick things up, and I have actually picked things up already. Just need to practice, which I haven't really been practicing too much. Yeah, so Thursday and Friday I was doing school, and then what else? So Friday, the school is doing like activities. So every afternoon they do something. They have something that you can take part of. So Friday there was a bracelet making. So I went with, who did I go? There were some people there I went with, even some guys. And yeah, so we went and made bracelets. So I made this one, this funny wonky one. Anyways, it was a good experience, really hard to make it, and obviously now it makes you appreciate as well more you know, how hard it is actually, all this craftsmanship, what they do here in Guatemala. And so you make it and you get to keep it as well. Yeah, that was quite fun. And then in the evening on Friday we went to salsa. So I met up with two American girls who are also students and living nearby. It was just me. Yeah, it was just me and them, so 3 girls. We went around 7, something like that, so after dinner. And there was 2 places we went, so they were both for free. First one we were late because we started at 7, we got there like 7:30, something like that. But we joined later, and it was a lot of people, really nice. It was a hostel, so most of the hostels here have like open courtyards, which I love. And I think here is really normal. For me it's like really nice. So big courtyard, and then you swap around basically with the partners, and it's again more girls than guys. That's kind of a standard when you go to salsa. But anyways, it was fun. So we were there for the second round of lessons, and then we went to another place straight after. So the teacher carried the speaker to another place, and there was another teacher doing the class. The other place was really crowded, really crowded. So the first place was much better, but it was fun, really a lot of fun. So you get to meet other people, you get to, you know, learn to dance. Yeah, and then obviously some people were drinking. I wasn't drinking. It was so cheap. I think it was like 25 quetzales, which is like £2.50 for unlimited drinks for all night or something like that. I was like, wow, that is really cheap. Anyways, I didn't drink. I left. I was like, I'm not here to party. I left around 10 o'clock, and I walked home on my own. I was a little bit scared, obviously, because I'm quite new here, and I don't know, you know, before I was coming here I was, you know, a bit scared about safety and that. But I've been here now for 1 week, and I feel completely safe. Like, I've never felt not safe, you know. I walk around everywhere on my own, or other people as well, but I've never really heard stories of, you know. Apparently Antigua is one of the safest places in Guatemala, because it's apparently, you know, they protect the tourists. The government is protecting the tourists. But yeah, anyways, it was all fine. And weekend, what did I do on the weekend? Well, I tried to study. I didn't actually do any studying on Saturday. I really just went exploring and walked around the city, went to the market, which was crazy busy. Probably the worst day to go to the market was Saturday. And yeah, but I got some fruits, some huge papayas. I've never seen papayas that big. Got those, some bananas, I had some ice cream, and then I went to this really nice luxury hotel. It was really nice. They had huge parrots there, all these green trees. It was just beautiful, really nice. I've got some pictures on my Instagram. Yeah, so we just walked around. Didn't go out on Saturday evening or anything. I can't remember what did I do in the evening. Just relaxed. Well, I did something. I'm always doing something. I don't just relax or sleep around. Sunday as well. I think I've got some notes. I'm actually keeping notes on, you know, on my spendings and stuff. Day 2. So Saturday, Sunday. Yes, they had those possessions going on because it's before Easter. So that was really quite interesting. It was already Friday evening. I saw those people carrying this like a statue of Jesus, you know, with a cross, and they're carrying this, and they have like a route. They go through the city, and then that was on the whole weekend, so that was on Saturday as well. And it was really busy this weekend actually. A lot of people visited from around Antigua, from probably other countries as well, and other towns. And it was funny because on Saturday there were actually children carrying it around. I think I put a video of that in my Instagram as well. They were really young, like probably like they looked like they were 10 years old or something. But then fair enough, everyone here is really small compared to Europeans. Like when I arrived, I was like, oh my god, everybody's so small. I feel like a giant woman. But yeah, so that was quite different. But nice atmosphere, you know. People were out and about. It was sunny. Went to some like market, like they were selling food, local food, street food in those little markets they have in Antigua. And Sunday I actually met up with somebody, someone local, for a coffee. And that was interesting actually. We went for pizza, and then we went for like souvenir shops, and he was telling me about the souvenirs, you know, what they mean and all of that. So that was quite a nice local experience. And then yeah, Monday back to school. Back to school. So I was doing 4 hours from Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is Thursday. So for 5 days I've been learning Spanish now for 4 hours. It's tough, but it all comes down to practicing. The thing is here in this house is that because we don't live with a family, so we don't get to practice as much as probably other students get to practice, because they actually stay with a family, like proper family with children. Many of them here actually have big families with children, and so that you'd have dinner, lunch and breakfast together, and you actually get to hear Spanish more and practice it more. This house is really, I mean, now we have, so it's me from Estonia, but I speak English, the Polish girl who speaks English as well, of course, and then we've got 3 English people, so another girl from England and 2 guys from England as well, so we mostly speak English, of course. But yeah, so I've changed to 2 hours because I thought it's probably better for me as a beginner, because I need time to learn all the new words. It's kind of pointless just, you know, going through the grammar and always checking for the words, you know. Anyways, I've reduced my hours for 1 week. I'm not sure if I'm going to do another 2 hours the week after. I just wanted to probably go through the prices as well. So for the school, what I pay is, so for 4 hours for 5 days a week is $100 American dollars. There's a lot of Americans, so that's why they always give prices in dollars. So $100 for the lessons for the week is $100 for 4 hours. And now I'm doing 2 hours, and that's $60, I think it was $60 per week. And for the accommodation, because I have a small room, but the way they price the rooms is like, so when you have a double room, you pay one price. Not double room, sorry. If you have one ensuite, so if you have a private bathroom, you have one price. If you share the facilities, you have another price. So I pay $120 a week for my accommodation. So that's basically 7 days of accommodation, ensuite bedroom, and includes 3 meals a day for 6 days. So Sunday is the only day we go out and eat our own food. The rest of the days you just eat here with everybody. So I wanted to change because I think it's quite not fair that I pay the same amount than the girl downstairs, because she's got a huge room, like literally probably 3 times the size of mine. It's a double room, it's a big room, but it's en suite, same as me, but mine is like a tiny little room. And then the girl who lives just on the same floor as me, she's got a double room for herself, but she's sharing the bathroom with the guys. But it's only 3 people basically sharing the bathroom, so, and she pays $80 a week. So that's a huge difference in price there. So it's like $40 extra just to have a private bathroom. So I don't really need the private bathroom. I mean, it's a luxury, but I don't need that luxury right now. I can't. So hopefully I can change that from next week. But the thing is, at the moment it's really busy because they have Easter coming up next, well, end of this month, and apparently it's getting really busy, and everybody's charging so much more for accommodation. So the school is not being very helpful. I mean, he's trying to help me, but it's hard. He's finding it hard because I think he's overbooked. For Spanish lessons and homestay for in a couple of weeks time. Anyways, I will try. And what else I've done? So yeah, so a couple of tours as well, because there's something with the school every day. So we've done I went to the macadamia nuts farm. That was really quite interesting because I didn't know how they grow. So they went through the whole process, which was really interesting. And also I love the fact that the whole farm, it's all organic. So they don't use any chemicals. They use everything. So even the shell of the nuts, they use that to use as a compost, and they use it not just for food as well. So they do oils, they do creams, and also big brands like apparently like L'Oreal and Avon, they use their oils because they're all organic, and they do chocolates and all sorts of different things from macadamia nuts. And yeah, so we got to taste the chocolates. I bought actual facial oil for myself, and yeah, I loved it. It was really nice. It was the first time for me as well to get on a chicken bus. So that's like huge buses where the locals, what the locals basically use. They're quite big. I think they're like actually old school buses from United States or something. I mean, some American girl said that they used to have these kind of buses years ago. And yeah, that was funny. So on the way there was fine. Almost everybody got a seat, and Europeans, they sit two in one seat, two. On the way back, because it was like it was around 4:30, around just 4:15, it was absolutely packed of locals, and we literally had to squeeze in. Everybody was standing, but the locals, because they're so small, so there's 3 of them sitting in one seat, and then they have their children as well, so it's about like 3 adults and 2 children in some seats, and then us right in the middle. That was crazy. I can't believe how many people actually fitted into this chicken bus. And then there was the guy going through the middle getting money from people to pay for their tickets. Oh, it was crazy. It was so funny. Anyways, we made it. We got back to Antigua, and yeah, that was an interesting experience. And then yesterday we went to do another tour. It was the chocolate tour. Never done one before, so it was good, but they didn't actually take us to, well, we were in the farm, but they didn't actually go through the whole process how they make it. So they literally took us straight to the shop where we got to taste a lot of different chocolates, and they do as well quite natural. It's natural product. Well, natural with sugar. So some of them were really sugary, but those ones you buy like a big huge block of it and you use it in a drink, so you make like chocolate drink out of it. So that's why they were quite sweet, but you also had natural chocolate. I wasn't a huge fan of that. There was one which was quite good, but there's 2 which were really quite bitter, dark chocolate. So I didn't get the chocolate. I didn't buy any chocolate, but I bought chocolate tea, which is quite interesting because I actually tasted it the first time on Sunday, and yeah, that's really nice. I had that yesterday for dinner, well, dessert after dinner, drink basically, and that was nice. I have a huge bag, so that's gonna probably last me for a month or something like that. It was like 10 quetzales for a whole bag. What else? Safety. I mean, people were really concerned about safety, and me as well, because I mean, first I wasn't worried at all, and then my friends like went on the official government website. They were reading all the crap saying like how dangerous it is and everything. So I was quite concerned, but I feel so safe here. I mean, it's probably dangerous in some areas in Guatemala, but I don't think it's in Antigua. probably Guatemala City or some other areas. Apparently there's some areas which are not safe, and you know, probably any country you go there is unsafe areas, but so far I've been feeling very safe. I haven't had any problems. And what else? I'm not sure what else to talk about. I think that's about covers everything so far. Oh my god, I've been talking to 24 minutes, but yeah, I think I've covered pretty much most of it. And this weekend I'm going to do a tour, the volcano tour. It's called Acatenango, can't even pronounce it. Acatenango volcano tour. And volcano. My English is as well, is with accent. So maybe I'll just quickly show you where I am. So this is the background. So this is my view every day. You got, well, actually it's pretty clear. It has been more clear before, but this is the volcano where I'm going. And I don't know if I should take you down. Maybe I should. How do I turn this around? Anyways, I'll do the tour of my house maybe another time. But yeah, so this is my first week so far. If you have any questions, let me know. And next week I can cover something else. Okay, adios.